Welcome to our flow yoga practice. Today I'll invite you to have a gurdy ball or a soft rolled towel or blanket, as well as a block or something that can work as a block. Put those aside for now, and we'll begin by lying down and placing the gurdy ball or the rolled towel underneath of your neck. Once you lie down, bend your knees, place your feet on the ground. As you close your eyes, I'd like you to give the weight of your body to the ground. Let the weight of the body rest down to the ground. Today we're moving into a grounding practice to give you a sense of stability and support, to release deep held tension in both body and mind. As you lie in this constructive rest pose, give the weight of your body to the earth, the neck fully supported, your jaw relaxed, your brow rested. Once you fully give the weight of your body to the earth, observe how that affects your respiration, your breathing. And follow the breath, noticing, is your breath smooth or not? Does it feel even or not? And see if you can detect the point of origin of the breath. Where does the breath begin? And where does the breath flow to? So paying close attention to the breath. Where does the breath begin? And where does it flow or sequence to? Now allow the head and neck to roll from side to side. Noticing the range of motion of your head and neck. The movement is easeful, it's not striving. Taking one more round from side to side. And then return to center and inhale, lengthen the arms behind you. Interlock your hands and press back. Take an angle side to side, lengthening your side body. And one more round from side to side. And when you're ready, you're going to release. Give your knees a hug. Rock them, move them from side to side. Next, circle your ankles, just your ankles. You can move them separately or together. Now change the direction of your ankle circles. Next, circle your knees and your hips. It could be small or large circles. Changing the direction of your circles. And now return to the center with your knees. Draw them close. Lift and hold your feet or ankles coming into happy baby pose. Observing what sensations you feel in your hips or your lower back. Taking a couple more rocks here. You could widen your legs, you could lengthen them. And now as you release, you're going to release and roll to your side and slowly roll up. If you would like to add a blanket for support of your knees, do so. Coming onto the hands and the knees, add a sway of your body from head to tail. And let this sway turn into the drawing or the motion of a figure 8. So we're simply loosening through the movement of the figure 8. Now change the direction. And return now to neutral. As you return into neutral, rounding into cat. Exhale, round, look under. Inhale and arc, looking up. So rounding and arcing. Again, notice the quality of your movement, the movement of the spine and the movement of your body. And take one more round in each direction. And as you return to neutral, press into a walking downwards facing dog. Walking out your heels, your calves. Take your time. If your calves are tight, stay on this side for longer. And one more round to each leg, each side. And then lower down to your hands and knees. Press back into your right calves, right heel. Feel a length along this right leg. We're moving into Gait Pose, where you're going to pivot your left foot behind you, rise your right arm, and now lengthen your right arm so the right side body lengthens. Add in a rock of the hip. Feel the length, the breath. And slowly unwind. As you unwind, come back and press back to your downwards facing dog. Walk out the legs. And lower back down to hands and knees. Press into your left calves. Again, noticing the sensations, the length of the leg. Pivot your right foot behind you, rise your left arm up as we move into Gait Pose, other side. Lengthen the left arm, so left side body's long. Adding a rock of your hip. Hold, take another deep breath. In your own timing, release, press back to downwards facing dog. Walk out the calves and the leg. Now hold, bend your knees, lengthen your tail. Lift your right leg, three-legged dog. Open the right hip, bending the right knee. Rising out of the hands. And now stepping forward, lunge. When you come into your lunge, you could use a block, or, so with your right foot forward, back left leg long, you could place your left hand on the block or the ground. Follow your right arm with your vision. Circle around. Stay strong in your back leg. And the next time you rise, your vision, look up. Take another deep breath. And then when you're ready, circle back to your lunge. Come back to downwards facing dog. Walk out the legs. Now hold, bend your knees, lengthen your tail. Lift your left leg long, bend your knee, open the left hip. So remember to rise out of your hands. Rise the hip. And now stepping through to lunge. Again, you can use your block with your right hand or have the hand on the ground. Circle the left arm, follow it with your vision. Stay strong in your back leg. And the next time you rise, the arm hold. Again, stay strong in your back leg. Take another deep breath here. In your own timing, release, circle back to your lunge, back to downwards facing dog, and pedal out your legs. Now add a rolling motion or a wave of motion from your head and hands back to your feet and forward. Now hold at the back. Lift your right leg. Open the right hip by bending the right knee, rising out of the right hand, right hip. And now stepping forward, flatten your back foot and rise up to side angle warrior. So the forearm is on your thigh, the rib cage is open. Begin to reach up, rise up with the top arm. Then lengthen the top arm, lengthen the side body. Your vision can be up or down. Lower, touch more into your legs. Reach a touch more along the side body. Now stay low in the legs as you come up to crescent warrior, rising your vision, looking up. Again, hold, feel the front rib cage, feel strength in your legs, stay low in the legs. Another deep breath. Now we circle around, come back to your lunge. Come back to downwards facing dog. Inhale, come to plank, holding strong through your core. Exhale, slowly lower and hover just above the ground. Inhale, squeeze the muscles of your back, rise up, mini cobra. And exhale, come back, downwards facing dog. Lift your left leg, open the left hip by rising out of the left hand, left hip, and stepping forward. Elbow to your thigh, extended side angle warrior. Reach the top arm up. Reach the top arm long. Staying low in your legs. Side body lengthen. Now remain low in the legs as you rise now to crescent or rising warrior, looking up. Feel the strength here in your legs, sinking in. The openness of the rib cage. And now circle back to your lunge. Back to downwards facing dog. Inhale, come to plank, hold strong. Exhale, slowly lower and hover just above the ground. Then inhale, rise, mini cobra, draw your shoulder blades down. Exhale, press back, downwards facing dog. Lift your right leg, open the right hip. Step forward. Flatten your back foot and come up into warrior one. Rising and reaching up. Interlock your hands, press high. Exhale, release the arms, draw them behind your back. Broaden your chest and bowing forward. Stay low in your legs as you release the arms, rise up, reach up. Exhale, come back to your lunge. Come back down to your lunge. Press back, downwards facing dog. Inhale, coming to plank. Hold strong as you slowly lower. Hover. Inhale, rise, mini cobra or upwards facing dog. Exhale, come back, downwards facing dog. Now lift the left leg, open the left hip. And step forward, flatten your back foot to rise up to warrior one. Interlock your hands, press high. Release, take the arms behind your back, broaden through your chest, and now bow down. Release, let the arms rise. Exhale, float the arms down and come back to lunge, back to downwards facing dog. Inhale, come to plank, holding strong. Exhale, slowly lower and hover. Inhale, rise, mini cobra or upwards facing dog. Exhale, come back, downwards facing dog. Take a moment to lower down to your hands and knees to tuck your hips back, coming into child. You just notice how the breath is flowing now. Notice how you are feeling now. And take 3 more breaths, just feeling the flow of the breath, the flow of the energy. When you're ready, press back to downwards facing dog. Come back to a wave of motion moving through your body. Next, hold. Walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands and fold over into a forward fold, resting your head. Wiggle the head, relax your head. Now relax your shoulders. Sway your hips, just letting go of tension in this forward fold. From here, begin to lengthen your tail, lengthen through your hamstrings. You can place your hands down or maintain the forearms on the thighs. But feel the lengthening of the back of your legs, the resting of your head and neck, and the whole spine. Now slowly rise up, reach up. Take a wide stance, and in this wide stance, fold forward. Walk the hands forward. You could use a block here. And you're going to rise to your tiptoes, lengthen to your heels. So tiptoes to heels. Now hold with your feet in neutral. Think of your spine being long, crown leading forward, tail leading back. Next, walk the block or your hands closer to your legs, let your head rest. Next, bend into your left knee. You could take the block over to this left side as you lengthen into the right. So you might know this as the runner stretch. You could also come down more low. Slowly release and come to the other side. So stay low in your hips as you come to the other side. And again, stay low in your hips. Come over to the original side and stay low in the hips as we come to the second side. So variation now. Come back to the original side and either stay as you are or sink into that knee, reach over, stretching into the other leg. Feel your breath. Now stay low in your hips as we come to the other side. Again, option would be to stay as you originally were or sink into that knee, reach over. So it could be a lot of information here. Just observe what's present. Take another deep breath. And return to center. Once again, with your wide legs, take your upper body forward. So you could use your block or not. Roll to your toes, to your heels. Think of a long spine. Now walk the hands of the upper body closer to your legs. Let your head rest over. If you have a block, release that now. We're moving into triangle pose. So pivot your left foot toward the left. Pivot the right foot, similar direction. Leaning over so your side body is long. Begin to lower your bottom hand down towards your ankle. Might not come to your ankle. Begin to reach the top arm up. Triangle. Feel the side body expand. Feel the anchor or the firmness of both feet and the rise into your top arm. Next, we're going to bend the front knee, sweep the arm, reach high as the leg straightens. So you bend, sweep, and reach. One more time, bend, sweep, and reach and hold. Maybe you can lower a touch more now. Take another deep breath here. And as you release, release. Pivot back to the front. Come back to your wide leg forward fold. Roll to your tiptoes and your heels. Then walk the hands closer. Pivot your right foot towards the right, left foot follows. Bring your hand to your waist, opposite hand down towards your ankle as we move into triangle to the other side. Rise your top arm now, reach up, triangle pose. So feel an anchor of both feet, a rise up. Now we add the motion. So you're going to bend the front knee, sweep your arm, and then straighten the front knee, rise. So let's say bend, a sweep, a rise. A bend, sweep, rise. This time hold. Hold here in your triangle. Notice if you can move a little more deeply into this shape. Feeling the anchor of both feet, the rise of the top arm. One more deep breath before you release. As you release, circle back to your wide leg forward fold. Rise to tippy toes, heels. And from here, walk your legs together so that your legs are hip width apart. As you come into hip width apart legs, sweep the arms and come into volcano. Rise a little, lower a little. Rise a little, lower a little. Stay down low here. Hands to your heart. Now take a twist and hold. Another deep breath. Now rise up. Stay low in the legs. Rise up, volcano. Hands to your heart again. And take a twist to the other side. And hold. Another deep breath. As you inhale, rise up, reach up, hold. Rise a little, lower a little. Rise a little, lower a little. The next time you lower, hold. Hold. And then inhale, rise up, reach up, forward fold. From your forward fold, press back, downwards facing dog, pedaling out your legs. And then if you'd like to add a blanket for softness of your knees, do so. From your downwards facing dog, once again, lift your right leg, open your right hip. Swing through into swan. So as you come into swan pose, add a rock of your hips. Now, fold down and angle over to your left. And slowly release. As you release, come back to downwards facing dog. From here, lift the left leg, open the left hip. And swing through to swan. Adding a rocking motion from side to side. And now angle and fall down to your right, folding down, resting. Begin to slowly rise up. As you rise up, release. We're going to come into a cross leg sit. So one leg is under, the other leg is over. This is where you could use a block as a prop to fold forward onto. Adding a rocking motion from side to side. Now, if this is not possible, if your hips are sitting upward, this would be your other option. Okay? So choosing the option that works best for you. Again, a rocking motion from side to side. Let yourself slowly fold forward. Now settle in, take 2 or 3 more breaths here. And rise up. As you rise up, take a side angle stretch. Now to the other side. And release. As you release, swap to the other side. As we come into this cross leg sit, one leg is under and one leg is over. Again, the block as an option. And remember, if this is not possible, here. Okay, add a rocking motion from side to side. And let yourself settle forward and down, noticing your breath. Noticing sensations. Taking a couple more breaths here. When you're ready, slowly rise. Take a side angle tilt. Now to the other side. Slowly return and release your legs, coming into a more traditional sit. And if you would like to add a blanket for elevating your hips, feel free to do that. Next, we're going to move into the shoulders and chest. Broaden out, reach out wide, let your vision lift. And now take the right arm close, the left wraps under and around, adding a rocking motion of your rib cage and shoulders. Exhale, round your elbows towards your abdomen. Let your head rest. A gentle no motion of your head. Inhale and rise. Broaden out the arms, let your vision lift. And now swap sides. Left arm close, right wraps around. Add a rocking motion of your rib cage and shoulders. As you next exhale, round your elbows towards your abdomen, let your head rest. Now add the gentle no motion of your head. Slowly roll yourself up and release, shake out the arms. From here, broaden out again, reach out through your chest and shoulders, and this time take a twist. Left hand to your right knee, spiral around. One more breath. And inhale and open, and take a twist to the other side. Again, feel the spiral, feel your breath. One more breath here. Then return, open out again. Reach your arms high, interlock your hands, press up. Take a little angle each side. And now let that go. Roll your shoulders, roll your head and neck. And now come to stillness. Rest your hands down as a gesture moving inward. Close your eyes. Reconnect to the way the breath is moving in your body. Again, finding that point of origin of where the breath begins. And then following, where does the breath flow to? And is the breath more free or even now than when we began? Now close with a poem from Donna Faulds. I breathe in all that is. Awareness expanding to take everything in as if my heart beats the world into existence. Each breath becomes a journey. Each breath a letting go. And each breath a coming home. I breathe in all that is. So your hands are come to your heart. Acknowledge yourself for making time today for your practice. Namaste.